Hello and welcome to Zuliblu Crafts. Today I'm going to show you how to make this adorable Dreamcatcher.
What you will need for this project is a doily, a embroidery hoop. This is an 8-inch embroidery hoop, and I like to get the doily bigger than the embroidery hoop. I'm going to show you an easy way to do this other than sewing it in. Assorted ribbons, trims, feathers, a hot glue gun, some fabric paint.
Hello and welcome to Zuliblu Crafts. Today I'm going to show you how to make this adorable Dreamcatcher. So let's get started.
Paintbrush and some hemp twine and some scissors. Let's get started. So the first thing you're going to do is put the doily into the embroidery hoop. You want to try to center it as best as possible. You're going to need to open the embroidery hoop to the farthest it can go because the doily is so thick, and we want it to go around. Okay, so once you get it in, you can kind of play with it and get it more centered. That looks pretty good. And then we're going to go ahead and tighten the embroidery hoop. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fold it all in. And then I'm going to take some of this hemp twine and I'm going to stitch in the holes all the way around, pull it taut and tie it. I have one here that I've done with pink ribbon just to show the contrast. So this is what it will look like after we're done, and that's going to be the back. So the reason I was doing the hemp twine was just so it wouldn't show through. But we're going to just go ahead and work with this one because I've already prepared it. Now you can find doilies at the thrift store. This one happens to have a stain on it, and so did the other one, but we're going to paint over it with an ombre effect, so it's going to cover that. Okay, so now we're ready to do our ombre effect. So what I've done is I've taken a plate, put in a little of the acrylic paint and some of the floating medium. I also have water. If you don't have floating medium, I'm sure water will work just fine by itself. I like to get the brush a little wet and the paint a little wet as well. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go heavier on top. And there we have a nice ombre effect. So I've painted around the whole edge. And now it's time for our embellishments. So while this is drying, I'm going to prepare my feathers.
And I will keep adding more of the floating medium or the water to the paint to make it lighter as I get down to the bottom.
The bottom of a couple feathers. And then I'm going to pull some of the feathers off of the main feather. Then I'm going to cut off about a yard of my hemp twine or yarn. I'm going to make a knot and put the feather in there. Pull. So once you secure a knot around the feather end, you're going to hold this part up, put a little hot glue, and then wrap this little tail around until you have it completely wrapped. And it will look like that. So I'm just going to keep adding ribbons, just kind of where I feel they're needed. You can use ribbons, you can use lace. I have these really cute pom-poms I was thinking of incorporated in somewhere. I have this pretty lace. Just whatever you do, just, you know, make it yours. Everybody has different colors that they like, different feels they want to get from their dream catchers. I was going for bright and happy today to bring some good, bright, happy energy into my crafting room. So I am all finished with my dream catcher, and as you can see, I've put some embellishments, like some little plastic rhinestones on the feathers to kind of help weigh them down and give it a little bit of embellishment. I've used some of this trim. I've used regular ribbon from the craft store, some lace. I've used some vintage rickrack, some grosgrain ribbon. I've even used a little ball chain, little metal ball chain as part of the embellishment. And I can't wait to see what it looks like hung up on my wall. I am so excited that I made this dream catcher. It was so easy and so much fun, and it makes such a great bright addition to my craft room. You can just use your imagination, whatever colors you like, just do it. It's so easy. Have fun.